Okay. Good morning. Can you state your name, please?
My name is Joe Bradley. I'm a history teacher here at Queens Preparatory Academy.
Yes. And in what ways is stop and frisk connected to the Jim Crow laws?
Okay. The stop and frisk laws that are currently being employed in New York City have a very significant connection to Jim Crow in that the targeted population are, for the most part, African Americans and Latinos. And as you all know, African Americans are the formerly enslaved population within the United States. The reason I say it has a very significant connection to Jim Crow is because during Jim Crow, movement of African Americans was restricted. Under stop and frisk, movement of African Americans is virtually restricted. It's restricted in the way that people are now reluctant to leave their homes. Relatives are unable to visit other people in their family due to these stop and frisk policies. And to take it further back and contextualize the connection, you would have to go back to the end of slavery and the beginning of emancipation, when in this country, African American men were targeted through the use of vagrancy laws. Vagrancy laws meant that if you were standing somewhere and you couldn't prove your identity or prove that you had a job, you could be arrested. And what happened after that, those people who were arrested were then sent to prison, and then they were forced to work for free. They were virtually re-enslaved, and under the 13th Amendment, the only time that someone actually can legally be declared a slave in this country is if you're convicted of a felony, and that is a part of the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution. So with these vagrancy laws, this system of convict leasing, where the convicts would be leased out to companies to do work, re-enslaved a significant portion of the African American community. And all of this is detailed in a book by Douglas Blackman called Slavery by Another Name. So the convict leasing program led into the period of Jim Crow, where again, African Americans were targeted. Most significantly, you saw the signs restricting where they can go, which water fountain they can drink from, and other measures to keep the races separated. The emergence of the prison industrial complex and the for-profit prisons have a very critical connection to stop and frisk. The product, for lack of a better word, for these for-profit prisons are African American and Latino men. These prisons are filled up with African American and Latino men who are stopped because of non-violent offenses, similar to the vagrancy laws during Jim Crow and the period following emancipation. All of the studies show that stop and frisk is not only ineffective, but virtually no one is going to jail because of it. So it's really just a measure to control a particular group of the population. And to use Raymond Kelly's words, the police commissioner of New York City, he really wants the population just to be afraid. To be afraid. That's population control. And just like people were controlled during Jim Crow and they were afraid, they want people to be controlled today and afraid as well. So that's a basic primer on the connection between stop and frisk and Jim Crow.
Thank you so much.